This is the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and this is the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Although they look very similar, and to be honest, Grandma would never know the difference, there are a few key differences and improvements in the iPhone 16 that are world-changing if you're a content creator. First of all, do you really need a 16 Pro Max, or will the 16 Pro do the job? The primary differences between the iPhone 16 Pro and the iPhone 16 Pro Max lie in their size, display, battery life, and, well, the price. This time, the dynamic island, action button, cameras, camera control button, titanium frame are exactly the same across both models. iPhone 16 Pro and 16 Pro Max both ship with the A18 Pro chip and iOS 18 and are designed for Apple Intelligence. Both have the new camera control button, which provides an easier way to quickly access some pretty cool new camera tools. The camera systems are identical in both iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max, featuring 4K 120 FPS Dolby Vision and studio quality mics. Now this, solid reason to upgrade. Both the 16 Pro and Pro Max let you configure which mic you want to use in post, and that's huge. More on that in a minute. Price-wise, as of now, 16 Pro starts at $999 for 128 gigs. My 1 terabyte Pro Max is probably as much as a small used car. But of course, the generous trade-in allowance always helps, so use a case. So is the 16 Pro good enough, or do you really need the 16 Pro Max? Both models offer top-tier performance and features, so it comes down to whether you value portability or a larger screen and an extended battery life, and how much of your phone you want to stick out from the back pocket of your cut-off booty jean shorts. Now, is it worth the upgrade to an iPhone 16 Pro series if you already have the 15? Well, the 16 Pro Max has a larger display, a faster chip, a new ultra-wide camera, and longer battery life. So let's start with the battery life. Apple estimates that the iPhone 16 Pro Max will get about 33 hours of battery life and video playback. I personally have never watched a phone screen for 33 hours straight, but that may be helpful if you're traveling to Mars. The iPhone 15 Pro Max is rated at 29 hours of video playback. Of course, there's other factors like background apps, weak cell signals, Bluetooth usage, ambient temperature, so real-world battery life may be different. But from teardowns and some simple math, we can guess that considering the iPhone 15 Pro Max battery was about 4,400 milliamp hours, based on the magical video playback stat, the estimated battery capacity of the 16 Pro Max maybe somewhere closer to somewhere between 4,700 and 4,900 milliamp hours. So that will add a little more weight to your pocket. Apple still estimates battery life remains upwards of 80% through 500 charge cycles. So think about 12 to 18 months for heavy users like me. Content creators all know this, and we all trade up, so consider that before buying a refurb. iPhone 16 now supports MagSafe wireless charging up to 25 watts. And we've seen reports that wired charging is up to 45 watts compared to the previous generation's 29 watts, so 16 is going to charge faster. But what about the camera? 16 Pro and Pro Max get you video up to 4K 120 FPS Dolby Vision via the new 48 megapixel ultra-wide camera with a second-gen quad-pixel sensor. That's great for fast video subjects or really cool slow motion shots. Sorry, no 8K on Apple yet, but can you seriously tell the difference between 4K and 8K? Also, there's 5x optical zoom in, a 2x optical zoom out, and somehow that results in a 10x optical zoom range. I'm still trying to digest that spec, whatever. The 16 Pro series introduces the new camera control button, which is much better for selfies. You no longer need to set the timer or try to press the on-screen button to take a selfie. Praise Jesus. And as we mentioned, the new mics and spatial audio capture lets you adjust the way voices sound in your already recorded videos using 3 different audio options. That's pretty cool. Want to decrease background sound and just focus on the voices that are in frame? Simply select the mix and adjust intensity to get the sound you want after video capture. I can't wait to dig into that. And what about this AI thing? Apple's new AI thing helps you write, search, analyze, and get things done effortlessly, they say. Apple Intelligence empowers Siri with on-screen awareness so it can understand and take actions with things on your screen. Like if somebody messaged you their new work phone number, you could supposedly say something like, add this address to their contact card, and Siri will handle it. The iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max are powered by the new A18 Pro chip, which is a little faster than the A17 Pro chip in the 15 Pro Max. That's important for things like video editing and rendering. The iPhone 16 Pro Max also supports Wi-Fi 7, so it's a little more future-proof. The 15 and 16 Pro series still have 8 gigs of onboard RAM, so I guess that's still the sweet spot. Both 15 and 16 will run iOS 18 flawlessly. Now, iOS 18 also offers some scary new privacy protections, so no one can access your data, not the Popo, hackers, the FBI, CIA, or even Apple. Hopefully you still can, but remember your passwords and just don't change your face. iOS 18 also provides new camera controls right on the screen. I'm disappointed there's still no audio meter, but maybe someday. For now, you can still use the free Final Cut or Blackmagic camera apps. Overall, for content creators like me, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is a worthwhile upgrade over the 15 Pro Max. It has a better camera, a faster chip, and longer battery life. And if you're like us and you use these phones every day as your primary video camera, it's probably worth the upgrade.